Namaste everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Roots and Voices India. In this session, we'll discuss what is where clause. So as of now, we have already completed what is database and how to create database, what is table and how to create table. Also, we have discussed what all data types are there and their functionalities. Also, we have completed how to ingest data into a database using insert into. Now we will cover where clause. In this session, we will see what is where clause, why we are using where clause, how we can use where clause, what is operator, what all type of operators are there, details of all operators, and we'll see doing practical how these operators are functioning. As you all know, so there are a lot of operators which cannot be covered in a single session. So we'll try to cover as much as we can in this session. So we'll discuss each and every operator in detail, how it is working, when we are doing practical, what all outputs we are getting for each and every operators. What is where clause? The where clause is used to extract or filter only those records that fulfill a specific conditions. We are also using where clause to modify modification purpose with update and delete statement. For data extraction and filter, we are using where clause with select statement. So, so basically, when we are saying like where clause we are using only for data filtration. And so when we are deleting the data, when we are updating the data, or like we are selecting the data, so we need to filter the data out of the bulk of data. So we will always try to filter the data based on the operator we have used in with the where clause. So that will be the thing. So where clause is nothing but we are using where clause to filter the data from our database. So when we are using where clause, with where clause we are also using some operators. So we'll see what is operators. An operator in SQL is reserved keyword or character used primarily in a where clause to perform operation such as comparisons, pattern matching, or logical evaluation to filter query results based on specific conditions. Commonly used operators in the where clause are comparison operators. So comparison operators used to compare values such as equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. These are the operators we are using to compare the data. So we'll see in depth like when we'll do the practical. And in secondly, we are also using logical operators. So used to combine multiple conditions. For an example, and or not. So and returns true if all conditions are true, or returns true if at least one condition is true. Not reverses the result of one condition. So special operators, we are also using special operators between. Check if a value is within a range. So if you are taking a date range or something, so we are only checking like the value between from the starting point and the ending point. So we'll see in depth when we'll do the practical. There is also called like operator. The searches for a specific pattern in a column. Example like A. So that means like the value, it will start the name which is starting from A. So it will looking for those details from that particular column. In checks if a value matches any value in a list. Similarly, is null, is not null. Tests for empty or null values. So now we'll see doing practical how these operators are functioning. So this is the database which we are using, which we have created earlier. So we'll use the same database. We have already created the this table in our last session. So we have also ingested this data in our last session. So now we will check when we'll use this operators with the where clause, what kind of results we are getting from the table. Yes. So now I'll write select. So first we'll discuss the equal to operator. So if we'll write select, so mostly when we'll do the data filtration, our query will start from the select statement. Select. So if I want to select all the data, so at that point I will use star. Select star from the table name. Then the where clause will come where. So most of the time when we'll use the where clause, so we'll use where clause after the table name. So where, then I will use equal to operator. So equal to operator basically searches the data which is the condition which we are giving, that should satisfy in our table. For an example, if I am taking products, I'm taking products is equal to mobile. So if I'll take this condition, before that I have the data is being already being ingested. So what I'll check here, so if I'll run this query, select star from calendar cells where products is equal to mobile. So what all line items it will give? So it gave these many line items. So what? So it went to the table and searches for the product column. Wherever it will find mobile in the values, it will return those line items. So if you see, for these many line items, the products are mobile. So for that reason, it given this many of line items. So when we'll use the equal operator, so it will give all these line items. So there will be one thing. So why we will use a star? So if there is a requirement, we don't want all the records. We only need the records like who purchased the mobile. So at that point, what we will do? We'll use select full name. Only I will take. I want only the name column. So what I'll do? I'll select full name from the table where product is equal to mobile. So if I will execute this query, I will get only the names. So based on this output, we can find out like who all are purchased the mobile. So similarly, if I want to see, so what was the amount they have paid? So for like I can see select full name or and sales. So if I'll put these things, then if I'll execute this query, then it will give the name and the sales. So in this way, we can filter out the data from a table. Okay, so this is the equal to operator we are using to filter all the data from the database. So similarly, if I'll use not equal to operator, so select the same query I will take, and what I will do, I will put it over here. Instead of equal to, I can write this not equal to. Not equal to can be written in two ways. One is like in this way. Another, if I'll execute this query, it will give. See, these are the names where like mobiles, they have not purchased mobile. So if I'll do select star, then it will give all the details. Select star from the table name where product not equal to mobile. If I'll execute this one, so if you will find all the like full line items. And if you'll check, they have like all the names you are seeing over here, they have purchased TV, laptop, TV. So that means like it is excluding mobile line items from our extracted file. So in similar way, also we can use this symbol not equal to and this exclamatory symbol. If I'll execute this one, sorry. If I'll execute this one, I will get this output. Okay. So this, as of now, we have covered equal to and not equal to. Now we'll see. So if I'll go here, so what all others are there? So we have equal to, not equal to. Now we'll see greater than and less than. So for that, similarly, we'll write the same query, select star from. I want to see the data which is greater than, like where sales is greater than 50,000. So I want to select star from table name, and I will write where sales greater than 50,000. So if I will execute this query, it will return all the records where sales is greater than 50,000. Sorry. So if I'll execute, see, so here all the sales you can see it is greater than 50,000. So when we'll write 50,000, so 50, it will not consider 50,000. It will consider from 50,001. Okay. So in similar way, if I'll write less than, so it will give all the records that is less than 50,000. We have only one line item for less than 50,000. Okay, so in this way we can calculate, we can check like how greater than is working, how less than is working, how our equal to is working, how our not equal to is working. So in similar way we'll check what others are there, then greater than equal to and less than equal to. So for an example, I want those records who, like when I am using 50,000. So what it is doing, it is excluding those records where data is 50,000. So how I will get those records as well? So if I want to get the data, select star from the table name where sales greater than equal to 50,000. So if I'll execute this query, so it will include 50,000 in our result. So see, so we have all the result, that is like all the records that is greater than 50,000, also 50,000. So it will start from 50,000 and it will give all the records like which are more than 50,000. So similarly, if I'll execute the same query for less than equal to, so here I have executed this one for less than equal to. So if I'll execute this query, so I will get two line items. Well, like the first line item, you can see like the record is sales is 50,000, and the second one you can see sales is less than 50,000. So in this way we can check the greater than and the less than operator. So these are called comparison operator. So when we are comparing some data with, like we have a condition and we want to compare that condition with our data for a particular column, at that time we can use these operators to validate those data as per our requirement. For an example, if you see on a fast query, so we want all the products that is mobile. So I want for full name and sales. So in that way I got all the line items like where products are mobile. In the same way, so when we try to check like when we try to select all the line items for like mobile is not equal to products, so where products is not equals to mobile, at that point I got all the line items accordingly. In the next query we have taken a greater than, then less than, then greater than equal to, then less than equal to. So when we are taking greater than, then that means like the number which we are putting in our condition, so that will be that will be the value, where like we want all the data greater than from that number. That's it for this session. The remainings we will cover in our next session, where we will see what all other operators are there. If you are liking these videos, please do subscribe the channel, like the video and share the video.